GM. So, this week we are going to do another account review because I do this every week. And if you guys want an account review, make sure you join my Discord. Come chat with us. Don't just apply a ticket, say you want an account review, and then fuck off to don't know where. Okay? Come chat with us. You might learn a thing or two, and then you might not even need an account review because I'm just reviewing your account as we speak in the Discord server. But without further ado, we have a account from a viewer that wants me to, take a look at his RTA. Alright? He mainly wants to get into Mythic, and you can see that he's played a good amount of games. He is in, Masters 2, going to Masters 3, and then, Mythic rank. And he wants to see what's going wrong because he seems to have plateaued. Alright? So, first things first, what I'm going to do is obviously I want to take a look at all of his PvE stuff, see where he is in PvE. Alright, his PvE is in check, that's good. Yep. Any sync is not completed yet. He has to work on this because there's Tofus in here that he might need to get. Phantom Theater not done. He started to stack stamina like I said you should be doing, so you can see that he's one of my viewers. Ethernet Rally is done. Ember Track almost there. He's been doing his stuff. Good. Next thing I want to see is his resources. 104 chips, so he's been reconfiguring. 6 million. This is somewhat standard now. Plenty of prowess chips, so that's fine. 43 stabilizers, so he's pretty well off for this next 4x. He hasn't even opened this yet. Okay, that means I'm gonna have to go take a look at his thingy soon, his archive. And let's see what is he missing. He's only missing a Beyontin. Cool. So he's probably just holding on to that to see what dupes he wants, because he has most of the units except Bayo. Cool. Now, first thing I want to go and look at right now is actually his PvP loadout. I want to see how he's actually, you know what? I need to go look at where he's stored his, what do you call it? His Tofus. So Messiah P1 455, okay. Heinrich is 114. This should be 115, but he doesn't have any Tofus at the moment, that's fine. Siada is half-baked, surprisingly. Probably started halfway and then stopped. Klaus is 115. This is I don't think you needed to put the 5 in here, so that's 3 Tofus. If we ever get a reset event, this is the first one that needs to go. Tia is 111. Rahu 111. Okay, his Lily is 551. He's paid the link tax, that's how he's doing the Aurora. 511. Odin. Okay, so he definitely does not enjoy playing bruisers, for sure. Cool. And then Forniel is 114, so he's gotten the HP here as well. And he's 113. He's gotten the 5 speed here. Vero is 111. Lilium is 555. Yeli should be 455. Yep. Okay, so this account is definitely going for more of a cleave style. So you can see even his Freya is 511. So he's literally playing the speed cleave matchups, right? And that's his playstyle. 455 on Rosa as well. Wow. Mia is 112. 411 on the Mio. Plume is 455. So this is probably his most recent Tofu investment. And then what else does he have here? Most of his SRs are 555. That's good. Even his Mari is 555. Obo 555. Cass 5. Okay, so this is not bad. Okay, so Doki is 111. So he doesn't have Doki ready. And this is partially because, he's invested into some PvE units, and also he's put his Tofus into like some random things. Like a Mia with a random, this healing effect thing. Like, why did you even put it here? Like, it should have if anything, it should have gone here towards the speed, right? But there's a random one Tofu here that, he's wasted. it's very minor inefficiencies, you know, like the Sierra, he started building it, but he stopped. Like this is not even done, and then this one is not even there. The Kloss didn't need this, but he just wanted the extreme consistency in the matter, that's why. So like there are some Tofus that he can, you know, pull out and properly build up his units. Like his Mio, he can definitely go 4-1-4 at best. I want to say 4-1-4 should be the bare minimum for a Mio. Because you might want to consider doing this one as well. Because this heal block is quite important. We can make this 5-5-5 as well. You're missing this important one, which is, you know, the 3-point speed reduction. That's actually quite important when you play the long game. But yeah, overall, this account is extremely, you know, aggressive. That's how he's built the account. But now the most important thing is to see whether he has the gears to back that up, right? So first things first, let's take a look at, this is where he ends his, so he ends it at Kachi. Okay, so none of his bruisers are built. The Doki's not built. Okay, cool. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 units built. Cool. Let's take a look at them, each one of them. Alright, so let's start with Messiah. Messiah is on Count, Momentum, Fury Edge, Bulwark. Very good. 100 crit, 201 speed, and 331 crit damage. Okay. The Hind is very fast. Okay, 322 speed with effect accuracy. So he's went more of the effect accuracy with a little bit of bulk. Just that little bit. Mainly just to do his strips, that's okay. Lily is pretty fast. Pretty fast. 338. 322. And then he has Ling built as well on Bloodbath, double speed. Honestly, you can okay, never mind. This is a placeholder. I can understand that. But this Ling is a bit squishy, I want to say. It's a little bit squishy with no effect resistance. So the only time I see you ever bring this into it is if you play against rev players. Cool. This Lilium is still on Law of Silence. The damage is not bad, but the speed is a little slow in my opinion. It's a little bit slow in my opinion. This is a Revelation Yelly on Momentum Fury. But there are some inefficiencies here, which is, you know, that crit rate. That 30% crit rate could have been pumped into attack, which will make it even better, to be honest. And that's probably because you're going crit damage, crit rate here, while being on Fury Edge and Momentum, right? Because Yelly already has crit in her skill ups, I'm pretty sure. Let me take a look at your Yelly. Okay, so you don't have this 8 crit here, but you have the 12 crit here. So that's 12 times 3, right? That's 36 crit for free already through Momentum and Fury Edge. So all you really need is like, what? You are at 46. You just need another 26 more crit that you can probably get off your gear if you just find pieces with crit rates in it, right? Like this piece doesn't have crit rate, so that's where you are, you know, lacking. You can definitely get to 70 crit here very easily, and then this can be like an attack piece, and that will pump your attack even higher. And your speed needs to be a lot faster too, I think. Tsukiyomi is 199, okay. 321 speed. Your Freya is on Bulwark, so you do have the lucky Jackal Guard for her, which pushes her to about 340-ish. So right now your Freya is your fastest unit. So just by looking at your account at the moment, alright? So I've looked at about maybe 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've looked at around 9 units, and you're definitely using the units that you have definitely invested your tofus and everything in, which is a good thing. It is a good thing. You don't use Mio. That's your Plume. Your Plume's at 320 on Bulwark as well. I like this. And you have 2 of these Jackal Guards. You're a lucky dog, my friend. You're a lucky dog. Okay. He has a Sania built on Gigabyte. And this is a rare Sania. On 254 speed. So this is not a bad speed for her. You have Valerian built still, okay. And you have this. It's your new toy, I assume. 304 speed, so it's just slower. Your speed tuning is okay. I don't see a problem with your speed tuning here. You're speed tuning it right because your Plume's 320, your Heinz 322, your Mari is right under them at 304, and your Oboe is right under them at 314. So that is not bad. You've even speed tuned it to the point where even if you go Oboe Mari, Oboe can always strip into a Mari stun, a Mari petrify, which is nice. Kazuyo is missing a piece, and so I assume you're not going to be drafting her much anymore. And then we are also playing Kachi here at 298 speed. And I'm probably thinking you're using him as more of a first turn pump with S2 into an S3 later on. And that's where your gearing ends. So, as far as I'm looking at his account, he definitely knows what he wants to do. However, he is lacking in the bruiser department. He has 2 of the best healers, or the 2 of the real healers that this game actually has right now. But he has nothing to back it up. He has no bruisers to back it up at all. Right? His Tiamat's not built, his Holden's not built, his Rahu's not built. His Infernal is also not built, Vero is not built. So his playstyle is just aggro. If he can outspeed you and out-control you, he wins. If he cannot out-damage you or outspeed you, he loses. That's how he's playing, from how I'm seeing it. Because these healers don't really offer him much. I also noticed that there's no Hoyan. Right? So he cannot really punish, he cannot really punish aggro himself. His only way of punishing aggro is to outspeed, from what I'm looking at. He doesn't have answers besides that. And the other way he's also using his account is by outspeeding through Freya, which explains why his... where is it? His Suki is on a codex that is on Bulwark, and his Plume is also on Bulwark. It's because he is cheating the speed through Freya. Okay, and even if one of them gets banned, at least he still has his Freya to go and do the pushing. And that's the problem. I think the real problem here is that you are completely tunneled into one playstyle. And because you're tunneled into that one playstyle, there's really not much flexibility in your draft. Right? So I'll go into into your draft, and I want to take a look at your, you know, your drafting. Okay. So we go in here, we have a look-see, and you can see that he's just playing, you know, aggressive. The opponent is a bit more passive, that's why he won, because he's going extremely heavy in into the aggro side, right? But let's see why you lose. Let's see why you lose. I assume this loss is because either Sanya or the Doki, what do you call it? Resisted your stun, and then you just lost to a Kazuya Rahu sleep down. Let's look at another one. Yeah, your draft is just straight up damage. You're straight up damage. So you beat him once. And that's because of the Kachi stun. I'm pretty sure it's the Kachi stun alongside the Petrify. And because this team is not fast, you ban out the fastest unit. You still had Heinrich into a strip into your speed tuning. Is not bad, it's on point. So it moves exactly the way you wanted it to move already. But yeah, you can see the second you get outsped, here, you lose. I assume you got outsped because of the Mio. Where was I here? This is definitely an outspeed, and it just killed you, which is understandable. So yeah, you can see that you are drafting the same 5 to 6 units, even though you have 18 units built. Do you see it? And that's because all 18 of your units, right? Even if I go down a little bit more, let's go to here. It's still the same few. It's still the same few units. You are more in towards the CC side than anything. Okay, so when you fight teams like this, that just wants to cleave you, you're in trouble. Because number one, when you... Let me see who went first, real quick. You were first pick. Okay. So let's go back to that match. Oh, that's not this. It's not that one. Where was it? Was it this one? I assume it was this one. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was this. Where was it? This one. Okay. So, basically, this is not so much an account problem. Your account is catered to do one thing, which is to do CC. You don't have the flexibility to play out of that, but you have the flexibility to play into more aggro. And I already saw that you had a few units built. For example, if you're looking at this drop right here, right? You had first pick Plume, right? And then he went into Lily Tsukiyomi, right? And when someone does this, you should be able to anticipate what's coming on 3, which is always a Messiah, right? If he goes like this, that means he wants to play aggressive. And so, because you had first pick Plume and you saw these two, you could have quite easily, right? You could have quite easily taken the Messiah here on 2 with the Freya on 3. That could work, right? But you had to steal away the units. You had to steal away his units. And or you have to make him pivot into a different style that helps you, you know? So for example, if he goes like this, you could have also gone into, like, let's say a Messiah Yeli. A Messiah Yeli could do something here, right? Taking them in here. You could do something like that. Then his Tsukiyomi has no pushes to push. Now he has to bring a random unit like a Rin or something, right? And then you can always just try and outspeed him from the back end with your units, okay? And so that's the problem here. Your drafting is very one-dimensional. It's the problem. Because if you lose the draft, you're just done. Right? Because you have Suki built. You have Suki built. You have Lily built. Right? But I rarely ever see you pick a Suki at all, if anything, in most of your drafts. You're always going with your Freya, you're always going with your Lily and your Lilium, but you're not really going into your important units, like for example, like, you know, the Tsukiyomi push, the Messiah on 3, those kind of stuff. You're already running them on Bulwark, right? You're already running him on Bulwark. This will save you a lot of the time. If you keep him alive, he should be good, you know? And that's where you can actually, you know, like flex into like a link to protect him, to make sure, you know, he gets a turn, because she is a lot faster and on Lighthouse, right? And the other thing I also want to mention is I don't understand the Lilium on Law pick build on your account, because your account is aggressive. If your account is already aggressive, why are you trying to play a bruisery Lilium? You know what I mean? This Lilium should be Omega damage. It should just worry about damage and speed. You shouldn't be worried so much about, you know, survivability on her. Okay? Because the Bulwark on her is fine. The Bulwark on her is fine. Let's take a look at what you have. Alright, let's see if you have any of this. Oh, you don't have any Tiger Yin yet. Okay. Because you can always run her on something else that, you know, makes her go faster. For example, let's say anything with a Fury Edge. Let's see if we have any of that. Let's get rid of this. Okay, we have these that we can run. Okay, we can even run her on Swift Rate to make her faster. Right, we have this Swift Rate. We have this count. We have some stuff here we can work with. And so my point here is that you have to be able to build with a reason. Like, the entire reason of you building this was just because, you know, you watch a couple of YouTube videos and, you know, people say, oh, this is the best build, therefore you just build it, without thinking about your account going, is this actually good for my account? Or am I just following the herd? Okay? Because if you're following the herd, then there's no originality. People know what they're up against. And oftentimes, it's usually tailored towards that person's account that said it was good in the first place. You know what I mean? So, I would definitely change this Lilith to be a bit more Omega damage. And because she's single damage, I like to put White Fang on her to get the extra 2 more hits. That's how I like to play, at least, because you're already going fast, right? She already cannot be CC'd, it doesn't really matter. If any unit is going to go faster than her, it's in a bruiser team, they're not killing her anyway, and you're able to still do what you need to do, which is to nuke something. Okay? Same with your Yelly. Your Yelly is too slow, in my opinion. This is a little too slow. And the trade-off is not even that fantastic, because you are wasting crit here. The crit damage is alright. The attack should be a whole lot higher. Like, my one is on like 4k attack, 320 crit damage, 70 crit, but I'm like 250 speed. On count, on Bulwark, that kind of stuff. And so, you have to understand how to build your units to tailor to your playstyle. Like, your playstyle is aggro, your playstyle is CC, but then you only play the same 5 units all the time, right? Even if I just look through them, right? Let's just go down a little bit more. Let's see a random one like this one. See? Same 5 units. I open this and I just see the same 5 units all the time. And this was all pre-Plume. And you've always just been playing the same stuff. Well, Plume is here, okay. Right? You're just playing the same stuff over and over again. You know what I mean? And then the ones you win, it's quite simply because you outspat them. It's quite simply because you outspat them. Yeah? See this? And that's what I mean. Okay, so really the account isn't horrible. The account's not bad. But you do need a bit more depth, which you should be working on season 2. So I definitely highly recommend you start working on your bruises a little bit and start working on, like answers. Like, what is the main problem here? If you outspeed, what happens? Play out scenarios in your head. Think about, okay, if I get outsped, what do I need to protect myself from getting outsped? What are people using to outspeed me? Oh, Freya, cool. Maybe I can go build Veronica because now this outspeed interacts with my board. They get attack buff. I can also steal the attack buff, give it to my team, and then counter attack them. That kind of stuff you have to think about now. Okay? Then you have to think about stuff like, okay, I actually cannot outspeed them this time, so I will have some speed options to create tempo, but I will also have, my bruiser units ready to go just in case. Like Holden is a very good RNG unit because he counter attacks when he gets touched. That kind of stuff, talk about some interactivity. It softens the unit so that your DPS can kill it off. Because you have your Ling, you have your Sanya built, but you have nothing to work with it. Okay? So that's the main thing that you will have to look on for season 2. But for now, I think what you need to do, okay, I will highly recommend you do this while you still have, one more week. You know what you like playing a lot. You know what you play the most. You know what people play on the ladder the most. Ungear your account. Re-gear it. Re-gear it now with this advice that I've given you. Okay? But that is the account review. Nothing wrong with the way you build your stuff. You just need more intention. That is the key point here. You need more intention in building your roster. Okay? But that's it, guys. If you guys enjoyed this account review, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you learned. And I'll catch you guys next time.